Hello students, today we'll see how to prepare the total creditors account. Let me first discuss why this total creditors is prepared. So total creditors is prepared to find out some of the missing figures, like you can say as opening creditors, which will be recorded as by balance brought forward, or it might be reason to find out the closing creditors, which will be recorded in the debit side as to balance carried forward, or it might be like other reasons, like to find out the credit purchases during the year, so that will be found out there as or recorded as by credit purchases, which will be considered as a balancing figure. At the same time, also we may have, we can say as a cash paid to the creditors may be also a balancing figure. So these are the four possible items which may be considered as a balancing figure in the provided question. So now the how to record the transactions now. Certain points will be given to you and we'll record one by one there. So opening creditors is a credit balance. We'll write in the credit side as by balance brought forward. Then there might be cash paid to creditors. So if it is there, then you'll write it as to cash or to bank. So that can be recorded as possible. Then next you have bills payable issued or bills payable accepted. So in that case it has to be written as a to bills payable account. Then next there might be bills payable dishonored. In that case you'll be recording in the credit side for the cancellation as a by bills payable account. In bracket it will be recorded as bills payable dishonored. Then there might be, you can say as a check paid to creditors. If it is check paid to creditors, it will be recorded as to bank. At the same time, when the check is dishonored, so it will be recorded as a by bank account as a check dishonored. Then next there might be, you can say as a bill endorsed. So in that case it will be recorded as a to bills receivable account. So endorsed means it is passed on to the other person there. So it will be recorded as a to bills receivable account, in bracket bills endorsed. So sometimes this bill endorsed may be dishonored. In that case, it will be recorded as a by total debtors account. Endorsed bill is a dishonored. In the credit side, it will be recorded. Then, if there is any discount received, so that will be recorded in the debit side as to discount received. Similarly, purchases return, that also will be recorded in the debit side as to purchases returns, or it might be considered as a return outwards. Okay, so that also may be given there. Then finally you may have to balance the total creditors account. As I told, anyone like opening balance or closing balance of the creditors, or cash paid to the creditors, bills payable accepted may be there sometimes, and the credit purchases. So usually in a semester exam it may be possibly for 4 marks, find out the credit purchases. So when you get this answer, you'll write it as a by credit purchases. And sometimes there might be a question as a find out the that is total purchases during the year. So when you get a question on total purchases, in that case this answer what you get, credit purchases, it has to be added to the cash purchases given in the question. So in the question there will be given as cash purchases, so that has to be added. So credit purchases plus cash purchases gives you the total purchases. So this is the format of total creditors here. So let us now see a problem here on this total creditors account. So we'll prepare from the following information, find out the total purchases. See, this is total purchases. As I told you, total purchases is found out. There is a formula: credit purchases plus cash purchases. So you have cash purchases here. So we have to now find out the total creditors and the balancing figure there as a credit purchases. So when you get that answer, finally you have to add that answer to the cash purchases. That answer will be your total purchases. Okay, now let us work out this total creditors account. Particulars amount column, it has to be drawn. Now, okay, the first item here. First item what you have, that is the opening balance of the creditors. So opening balance is a credit balance. Opening balance is a credit balance. So you'll be recording that as a by opening balance you can write, or by balance brought down. Okay, it is previous balance, so we are bringing it down, and the amount here is a 12,000. Okay. Next, you have closing balance of creditors. So that can be recorded here. At the end, you can record here. Closing balance in the debit side, it will come there as a, you can say as a to balance carried down or carried forward. Okay. So the amount is 8,000. Okay. Next is cash paid to the creditors. Cash paid means the cash goes out. So when cash goes out, so the entry will be creditors account debtor, that is a receiver, to cash account. So you can write here as a to cash account. So the amount here is a 60,400. 60,400. Okay. So next you have bills payable paid. So bills payable paid will not be appearing in this particular account. Why? Because as it is paid, okay, it is paid, the entry will be there as bills payable account debtor to cash account. So that will be not affected or not recorded in the total creditors account. Next, you have the return outwards. So return outwards, or it is called as a purchases return. So that will be recorded as a return outwards. Return outwards. To return outwards, the amount is 2,400. 2,400. Next, you have cash purchases. So cash purchases will not be recorded here. It will be not recorded here because as I told you, that will be added for the credit purchases to find out the total purchases. Next, you have that is a bills payable accepted. So when it is accepted, it will be recorded in the debit side as to bills payable account. So this is accepted or issued, it will be given there. So bills payable account 21,800. Okay, all items are done there. Now let us do the total. So debit side is greater here. Okay, so you'll get a total of 92,600. 92,600. So same total has to be written in the credit side. 92,600. Okay. Now find the missing figure. So missing figure in the credit side you will get as a 80,600. 80,600. So this answer is called as a credit purchases. So balancing figure is called as credit purchases. Okay, this is the balancing figure. Okay. Now the question here is find out the total purchases. So you have one more step here. One more step you have, that is finding out the total purchases. So now the total purchases, as I told you, there is a formula. There is a formula here. So total purchases is equal to cash purchases plus hmm, cash purchases plus you can say as a credit purchases. Okay. Now cash purchases, it is given in the question there. Cash purchases is a 51,600. Okay, cash purchases from the question 51,600 plus your credit purchases. What balancing figure just now you got in the solving the total creditors, that is 80,600. So your total purchases is how much? The total purchases will be 1,32,200. 1,32,200. So this is your total purchases. So I hope you have understood how to find out the credit purchases and how to find out the total purchases.